It's said there was once a retainer of the shogun by the name of Gosuke, who lived in what is now Minato City, Tokyo. Gosuke was a strong, healthy man of 60 years, who easily kept up with his much younger compatriots. Not only was Gosuke strong and healthy, but he also had a rather unique skill. He was incredibly adept at catching snakes. But not only did Gosuke catch these snakes, but he would then take them home to grill and eat. One day, Gosuke was at home when he came across a 30-centimeter long snake. This was nothing new or scary to Gosuke, so he caught it as he always did, and swiftly made plans to cook it for that night's dinner. However, as he was letting out a hearty laugh over his apparent luck, the snake slithered out of his grasp and right into his open mouth. Gosuke coughed and choked, but it was too late. Although he was used to eating snakes, they were always dead and grilled. This one was still very much alive, and it slithered all the way down to his stomach, where it continued to wreak havoc. Gosuke had never eaten a live snake before, and this one squirmed and slithered inside his belly, making him feel sick. Unsure of what to do, and with the snake showing no signs of calming down, Gosuke decided to visit a doctor right away. The doctor prescribed him various medicines which he immediately took, one after the other, but nothing seemed to have any effect. Still, the snake kept squirming around inside him, a feeling most unpleasant. How was it still alive? Why wouldn't the snake die? Even worse, Gosuke discovered that whenever he ate or drank something hot, this greatly upset the snake in his stomach. It would fight and struggle so much that it would crawl all the way back up into his throat, causing him to choke until he swallowed it back down again. The man who had so handily dealt with snakes his entire life was now almost on the verge of death, thanks to one slippery bugger who just wouldn't die. In the end, Gosuke had to give up on all hot food and drink so as not to upset the snake further into choking him. A life of cold food didn't exactly sound appealing, but what else could he do? Gosuke also heard rumors that swallowing a live catfish would kill the snake, and yet this did nothing either. No matter what, the snake kept squirming and struggling inside him. In time, this wore down even the robust Gosuke, and soon he was laid up in bed all day and all night. Before long, a man by the name of Shinsuke showed up on Gosuke's doorstep. He had heard rumors of Gosuke's troubles with the snake and hoped to help the old man. "How are you doing?" he asked, to which Gosuke replied, "There's a snake moving around in my stomach. How do you think I'm feeling?" Naturally, Gosuke was at the end of his rope, yet Shinsuke brought a small hope. "This is just a rumor I heard," he said. "But apparently, if you drink the broth of some boiled persimmons, then it should kill the snake." By this point, Gosuke was ready to try absolutely anything if it would stop the squirming inside him. So, he obtained numerous persimmons, boiled them up, then downed all the liquid. This sent his stomach into awful spasms, and Gosuke was soon throwing up and couldn't get off the toilet either. He passed out in bed again, yet it seemed to have finally done the trick, as several days later, it appeared the snake inside him finally stopped moving, having finally melted away into nothing, and Gosuke was able to make a full recovery. So, if you ever find yourself in a situation where you've swallowed a whole live snake and it won't stop squirming around inside you, Edo reckons you should drink a whole bunch of persimmon broth and it'll clear that mess right up. But what do you guys think about this one? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you again next time.